Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. What we're going to be talking about today is what's the perfect watch for Santa Claus? Well, I've been thinking about this for the last month, no less than 8 hours a day, and this video is the culmination of what I've come to. All right, so first of all, it's got to be an oyster. It couldn't be a Cellini because he needs that protection. I mean, he lives in the North Pole. His watch probably gets wet with snow and reindeer piss sometimes. So he's gonna need that strong case. We're gonna have to go oyster. Now, what metal would I go for? Now, I think gold could actually work because it kind of fits him. You know, that gold color is kind of classy, has that warm color, but I don't know if he'd want to go that flashy. I certainly wouldn't recommend two-tone for Santa. I think he's definitely a little bit more down to earth. I'm gonna have to go with 904L steel. All right, so we're gonna be going with a steel watch. All right, and I think the complication that would be really important is, well, there are two complications. The date, all right, because he doesn't want to miss that one day a year. So you can't go three-hander. You have to have the date because that is vital information for him. The second really important complication, I think, would be the GMT hand. All right, so we're gonna have to go GMT. All right, forget about the Sky Dweller. It's just too blingy for him. All right, now that leaves us with the Explorer 2 or the GMT. Now, would he go pre-ceramic or ceramic, modern or vintage? Well, I think color-wise, I think there are going to be better options with the older watches, and also I think it's going to be a little bit more subtle. All right, going over the top with the modern Rolex for Santa, probably wouldn't recommend it. All right, so pre-ceramic GMT, something like a 16710 or an Explorer 2 16570. Let's talk about the Explorer 2. Of course, you're thinking polar all the way. Polar, I mean, he lives in the North Pole. Makes perfect sense. Well, I thought so at first, but I probably would go with the black dial, and that's because when he's going up and down the chimneys, it's going to hide that soot a little bit more. Now, you might say, well, what about the 42mm modern one? I mean, that's not going to make him look like too much of a twat. Well, it's all about that 24-hour hand. You don't want the orange one, you want the red one on the 40mm 5-digit version. It just goes with his suit, that red 24-hour hand a little bit more. So I would go with the black there. Black dial. And you might say, well, what about the GMT? I mean, you could go with an all-black pre-ceramic GMT. In fact, you could go with a Coke and it would match his uniform a little bit more, right? And it would give him that rotating bezel. True, it would give it more functionality, but I don't think he really needs the 24-hour bezel. All right, I think he's going to set that 24-hour hand to his home time. He's going to start, and when it hits the home time again, he's done, right, as he goes around the world. So I really don't think he needs the functionality of the GMT bezel. All right, but then we got the colors, and he could go all black, sure, or he could go with a Coke, and that would give him the red, and the black would match his uniform, and you might say that's perfect. But if you scale back, that kind of looks like a dive watch. It looks a little too sporty for Santa, and so I think I would go with the fixed bezel of the Explorer 2. So there you have it, Explorer 2 40mm with a black dial. That's perfect for Santa. Let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.